Congratulations, winner of the Small Business of the Year 2024, Vistance Accounting.
Wow.
I guess it's kind of cool. I was expecting a bigger reaction, but how long is this gonna take? It's like another 30 seconds. Yeah, let's go blinds down. Oh, okay, all right.
So Jeff, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate you taking the time at night to drive down and do this interview.
Well, thank you for thanking me for coming by to do this interview.
No problem.
I actually didn't have any ideas for social media content this week.
So that's why you came down tonight, and it had to be tonight. Okay, I get it.
First off, congratulations on your 10-year wedding anniversary.
Oh, for the wedding anniversary, yeah. That's why I went to Japan. It was to celebrate our 10-year, probably one of my greatest achievements with my wife.
But okay, congratulations on the Canadian SME Award, Small Business of the Year.
Honestly, one of the proudest moments in terms of in my career. It's just validation that what I'm doing is something that's helping the community.
You've got the announcement that the awards are happening June 15th, and you're like, oh no, you planned your Japan trip. So you sent 3 of your accountants and you sent me on your behalf.
That's right. So I knew that that was a Friday night, and I knew that it was going to be Saturday morning in Japan when the event was going on. I'll be honest, I didn't get much sleep that night. I didn't really think we were going to win, but there was a chance, and I knew I wanted to be awake for that. So I was up early, and we were sitting in the hotel having breakfast. My wife and I were having breakfast, and the FaceTime call came in from you. And at that moment, I said, okay, I want to temper my excitement because you may call just to tell me we didn't win, and that's okay as well. But in Japan, you can't just pick up the phone anywhere. It's rude to answer the phone in front of people. So I had to run across the lobby and get to a place where it was okay to pick up the phone. I finally got outside the hotel where nobody was around. I answered the FaceTime call, and I saw the 4 of you standing there. And it was a really exciting moment, and I just wanted to know the result. And you guys put me in suspense for a couple moments. But then all of a sudden, you raised up that trophy.
You mean this trophy?
Exactly this trophy, yes. And that was the moment where I was like, what an amazing feeling. I can't describe the level of excitement there was from actually seeing the award and knowing that we won and sharing it with you and sharing it with the team. At first I was actually sad that I couldn't make it to awards night. I was upset that the Japan trip was planned for that night.
Yeah.
But when I think about it more and I think about how it all played out, I actually think that it kind of made it more special.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you find this cheesy or not, but we were almost celebrating across continents.
That's pretty cheesy. Let's start from the very beginning then. Why did you start Vistance?
So as I said, when I was doing capital raising, something that I realized was that a lot of small businesses were failing because they were running out of cash. And when it came down to it, they just weren't getting the financial advice and expertise they needed to have a sustainable business. And this was the gap that I said that I needed to address. And this became my mission, was to fill this gap and help these small businesses.
You often hear about accountants show up once a year, they do people's taxes and that's it. But for the entire year, who's giving them advice?
Well, that's precisely it. So, when I looked at other accounting firms out there, a lot of companies have bookkeeping services, and a lot of bookkeepers have an accountant that shows up at year end to do their taxes. But that's precisely right. When I say gap, there's no one helping in between to ensure that they put together proper financial statements, that they have ratio analysis, that they address budgets and forecasts. They help them plan their cash flow. They answer questions like, can I afford to hire this employee? Can I afford to invest in this piece of equipment? No one's there to help them answer these questions. And I felt like these services were only available for Fortune 500 companies. So this didn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
And I decided that this is our mission. This is what we need to provide these services and make them affordable for small businesses. And arguably, small businesses are the companies that need them more than the Fortune 500 companies.
You were a one-man company.
Yep.
you decide to switch into an accounting firm, but I'm sure you Googled accounting firms in Toronto, and it's a huge list.
Yes.
Were you afraid that the competition was just going to be too much for you?
I wasn't afraid, and I'll tell you why. Because small businesses were not getting the services they need, and too many of them were failing. Anytime you talk to people and you say, are you happy with your accountant? And they're like, well, I see them once a year, but I don't really get any help. When you're hearing that over and over again, I know that there's an opportunity. And so, of course I wanted to help the small business community, but at the same time, there was an economic opportunity to fill as well.
Yeah.
And anytime there's a demand for a service, I think there's an opportunity, and that's what we saw.
What are you anxious to? What's top of your agenda for small businesses from a new government?
So I'm glad you asked that question, because I think there's really 5 things that small businesses are focused on, and maybe I'll give you a quick high level.
So if I'm being very
Rattle
honest,
through the 5. Yeah.
when I did that big push into PR and I started writing content for newspapers like the Globe and Mail, Financial Post, and I started doing those appearances on BNN and Bloomberg, it really was for marketing purposes and to build my brand. But as these interviews progressed, I started getting asked more questions about how the government can help. And I started learning that my role is actually advocacy. Since I have this platform, why don't I fight for small businesses? And that's what I'm doing. Essentially, we live in a country that is ruled by large businesses. There's a lot of oligopolies out there. And so I think it is the government's responsibility to provide as much support as possible for the entrepreneur, for the small business owners that go out and take that risk, put up their life savings to start a business and hire people. We need to encourage that more. We need government support. So part of my role is to hold the government accountable and make sure they fulfill their promises, and they create platforms to promote entrepreneurship, because they are the backbone of our country.
You said roughly 90% of small businesses in Canada fail. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct. Within about 5 to 10 years, and often because they run out of cash. So why can't we improve those odds? And that's when you say, what's your vision for Vistance? My vision is to improve those odds. Can we make it so that 20% of businesses succeed, 30% of businesses succeed, by providing those accounting tools that they just don't have access to when they're at an early stage?
All right, now I just want to put you on the spot here. You didn't get to make a speech, so here's your trophy. Would you like to make an acceptance speech? Just pretend this is like the Oscars.
Where's the camera? So look at this one, right? So here's my acceptance speech. So, one person does not win a small business award. I want to thank my clients, because without great clients that take our advice and see the value of accounting and the way that we collaborate together, we wouldn't have a business. It's also not possible without a fantastic team. I have a team that pours their blood, sweat, and tears into the company, delivers the best service in the world that is second to none, which takes an incredible amount of effort, and it would not be this award would not be possible without my incredible team, yourself included, Jeff, as my brother. And on behalf of the small business community, I want to say thank you. I fight for you. I think small businesses are the backbone of the Canadian economy. So thank you very much. Was that good?
It was okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so I should show you something else. So
okay.
all right. So
Is that a hockey puck?
no, it's not a hockey puck.
Oh, okay. Well, we are in Canada, so I thought maybe it was a...
Since when do I like hockey?
That's true.
Okay, check this out.
Yeah. Of course. That's so you.
Yeah.
The light thing. Yeah. Anything with lights, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but I do like it. I think it does. It spices up the trophy for sure.
I think so too. And unfortunately, I don't have any cool lights for this, but here is your certificate.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Can't wait to put this up in the office. I appreciate you coming down, Jeff. No, I really appreciate it. And it means a lot to me that you guys went to the awards, and I'm really, really happy that you guys had that experience of getting called as a winner, because I don't know how often people get that experience that you go to an awards night and you're actually the winner, and you get to and you get a trophy and you get to stand up and cheer.
Yeah.
So I hope that was an exciting opportunity for you guys.
So do you want a beer before you go?
Do you have any cider?
No. When do I ever drink cider? I got beer. To Small Business of the Year.
Cheers, Small Business of the Year.
Is that a good ending?
I think so.
Okay.